If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Once a day allow yourself the freedom to dream. Logic will get you from A to Z, imagination will get you everywhere. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Never memorize something that you can look up. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. You never fail until you stop trying. Failure is success in progress. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. It is not that I'm so smart. But I stay with the questions much longer. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Black holes are where God divided by zero. Everything must be made as simple as possible. But not simpler. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Time is an illusion. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Love is a better master than duty. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Nothing happens until something moves. Out of clutter, find simplicity. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Imagination is the highest form of research. However rare true love may be, it is less so than true friendship. God does not play dice with the universe. We are all life trying to live, among other life trying to live. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A true genius admits that he knows nothing. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. If at first the idea is not absurd, then there is no hope for it. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. When the solution is simple, God is answering. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. I want to know God's thoughts, the rest are mere details. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Information is not knowledge. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. Play is the highest form of research. God is subtle but he is not malicious. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Student is not a container you have to fill but a torch you have to light up. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. Dancers are the athletes of God. Life isn't worth living, unless it is lived for someone else. The only escape from the miseries of life are music and cats. A foolish faith in authority is the worst enemy of truth. Three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. The only source of knowledge is experience. Nationalism is an infantile thing. It is the measles of mankind. An empty stomach is not a good political advisor. I see my life in terms of music. I thought of that while riding my bicycle. It is harder to crack prejudice than an atom. Force always attracts men of low morality. Before God we are all equally wise, and equally foolish. Earth is the insane asylum of the universe. Learning is experience. Everything else is just information. The human spirit must prevail over technology. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. Failing isn't bad when you learn what not to do. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Our separation from each other is an optical illusion. Everyone must become their own person, however frightful that may be. Older men start wars, but younger men fight them. Always do what's right. This will gratify some and astonish the rest. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Truth is what stands the test of experience. Those who have the privilege to know have the duty to act. Pure mathematics is in its way the poetry of logical ideas. Problems cannot be solved with the same mindset that created them.